What's going on, guys? It's Swimsy here, and in today's Warframe video we are going to have a look at what Barakatyr has brought for this rotation. Barakatyr is currently at the Strata Relay on Earth, and we are going to see what he has for this week, and I'm just going to give you my input on what you should get and what you should avoid. Before we get into it, if you did enjoy this video, then please help me out by liking, sharing and subscribing. With that being said, let's get straight into it. First up, we have the Octavia Noggle statue. For 275,000 credits and 50 ducats, you can pick up a Noggle of the Warframe Octavia. This is a nice decoration to have, and it could be used in some displays within your dojo or orbiter. Next up, we have Primed Continuity. For 100,000 credits and 350 ducats, you can purchase a mod that increases ability duration for Warframes by 55%. This mod is one of, if not the best primed mod that Barra can bring, since generally, ability duration is one of the best benefits to any Warframe build. I would highly recommend you pick this mod up because it will help you in the long run. We have Primed Morphic Transformer. For 150,000 credits and 355 ducats, you can pick up another mod that increases ability strength on Arc Wings by 55%. This mod isn't as useful compared to the previous primed mod. Increased strength can be beneficial, especially on Arc Wings. I would also recommend picking this mod up. Moving on, we have the Hydroid Immortal skin. For 100,000 credits and 550 ducats, you can purchase this Immortal skin for the Warframe Hydroid. This Immortal skin looks alright, but it isn't the best Immortal skin that Barra can bring. I would only buy this if you have the spare credits and ducats. Moving on, we have the Katyr Raza Syandana. For 350,000 credits and 400 ducats, you can pick up a Katyr themed Syandana. The Syandana itself looks alright, but personally, I would avoid this item since it is very expensive, but the choice is yours. Next up, we have the Redeemer Elixis skin. For 250,000 credits and 325 ducats, you can pick up a bronze skin for the Redeemer melee weapon. This skin has a nice bronze finish with some engraved etching on the side. The Elixis skins generally look really good, so it is up to you if you want to buy this weapon skin. Moving swiftly on, we have our first weapon of the day, which is the Prisma Obex. For 175,000 credits and 500 ducats, you can purchase the Prisma variant of the Obex melee weapon. The Prisma Obex is unique since it is a hand and foot type weapon. The weapon has a 25% critical chance and a 2x crit multiplier. It also has a pretty high status chance at 30%, meaning you can either build this weapon for status or crit. Overall, the Prisma Obex isn't a terrible weapon and can deal some decent damage. I would also recommend you pick this weapon up for the Mastery XP as well. Next up, we have the Volkar Wraith. For 300,000 credits and 450 ducats, you can purchase a Wraith variant of the Volkar sniper rifle. This weapon isn't as good as some of the other sniper rifles in the game, however it can still be a pretty decent weapon. The 20% critical chance, 2x crit multiplier, and the 25% status helps this weapon deal some decent damage. I would also recommend that you pick this weapon up, not so much for the weapon itself, but the Mastery XP that comes with it. Next up, we have the Glaring Sigil. For 45,000 credits and 55 ducats, you can pick up a Kavat Sigil. It is just a sigil of a Kavat, pretty standard stuff, so personally I would not purchase this, but it is up to you. Next up, we have the Eminence Color Palette. For 220,000 credits and 220 ducats, you can purchase this color palette. This color palette has some of the best blues and purples in the game, and it can really make your frame stand out. I would definitely recommend picking this color palette up. Moving forward, we have the Katyr Atmos Oculus. For 375,000 credits and 525 ducats, you can pick up this operator/drifter face accessory. The accessory itself doesn't look that bad, however the price is too expensive. I would not purchase this, but the choice is yours. Next, we have the Gorgon Tosun skin. For 300,000 credits and 300 ducats, you can purchase a skin for the Gorgon Assault Rifle. This skin isn't the best looking skin, however if you do like this or do have some spare credits and ducats lying around, then now is the chance to pick it up. Moving on, we have the Bronze Kubro Bust. For 250,000 credits and 220 ducats, you can pick up the Kubro Sculpture decoration. You can place this statue in either your orbiter or dojo, and it is up to you if you want to purchase this item, because it is purely for decorative purposes. Moving swiftly on, we have Primed Animal Instinct. For 200,000 credits and 300 ducats, you can pick up a mod that increases both loot radar by 55 meters and enemy radar by 33 meters for companions. This mod can be very useful to have when searching for materials or items in missions, and can also be stacked with enemy radar to increase the range to detect enemies. This isn't as useful as other primed mods, but I would still recommend that you pick this mod up. Next, we have the Glaring Emblem. For 50,000 credits and 50 ducats, you can purchase an emblem of a Kavat. Same deal with the sigil earlier, it's just an emblem. I would not purchase this, but it is up to you. Moving on, we have the Katir Dome Stick Drone. For 500,000 credits and 700 ducats, you can purchase a dome stick drone that has a Katir design. I have to admit the Katir design isn't as bad as I thought it would be, but the price is a bit too expensive. Once again, it is up to you if you want to purchase this. Next up, we have the Mulciber shoulder plates. For 215,000 credits and 315 ducats, you can pick up the first part to this set, which is the shoulder plates. I'm not a big fan of this set, but this is purely cosmetic and it doesn't give any in-game benefit, so it is up to you if you want to purchase this. Moving on, we have the Mulciber knee plates. For 200,000 credits and 300 ducats, you can purchase the second part of the Mulciber set, which is the knee plates. The knee plates are probably the worst part of this set, and as before, these are purely cosmetic, so it's up to you if you want to purchase this. Lastly, we have the Mulciber chest plate. For 250,000 credits and 325 ducats, you can purchase the final part of the set, which is the chest plate. I do believe that they should have sold these parts as a whole set, not individually, but as before, all of these armor pieces are cosmetic and the whole set is pretty expensive, so it is up to you. I would not buy these, but the choice is yours. Next up, we have the Void Trader color palette. For 250,000 credits and 200 ducats, you can pick up another color palette. This time the palette has all the colors associated with Barrow, which includes some nice teals and greys. I would also recommend that you pick this color palette up because the combination with these colors can be pretty good. Next, we have the Era Noggle statue. For 300,000 credits and 75 ducats, you can pick up a Noggle statue of Era. As the same case for the Octavia Noggle, this one is based on Era from the new War Quest. This is a nice decoration and could also be used in some displays. Next, we have the Ultra Sentinel tail. For 500,000 credits and 400 ducats, you can purchase a Sentinel tail based on the air sentries in the Void. The tail accessory does look decent and it does match the full set, however it is really expensive. Up next, we have Primed Shotgun Ammo Mutation. For 140,000 credits and 400 ducats, you can purchase a primed mod that will help convert secondary ammo into primary ammo. This can be very useful for certain shotguns, or just maintaining your ammo pool. It is a very beneficial mod to have, so I would highly recommend that you purchase this mod. Next, we have Sweeping Serration. For 150,000 credits and 375 ducats, you can pick up another shotgun mod that increases slash damage by 120%. Most of the time, slash damage on shotguns is a must, and with this mod you can deal even more damage. This mod can also be obtained by defeating the Eidolon Hydralist, and has an 8.33% chance of dropping. I would only buy this mod if you've been unlucky with farming it, or if you have some spare credits and ducats. Moving on, we have the Prova Vandal. For 250,000 credits and 410 ducats, you can pick up the last weapon in this rotation, which is the Vandal version of the Prova melee weapon. This weapon has a measly 14% critical chance with a 2x crit multiplier, but it does make up for it with a 32% status chance. This weapon also deals electricity damage, so it can be paired up nicely with toxin or heat to make other elements like corrosive or radiation. This weapon is possibly one of the worst weapons that Barrow can bring, however I would still pick this weapon up for the mastery XP that it gives. Second to last, we have the Feypath Ephemera. For 1000 credits and 15 ducats, you can pick up an Autumn Leaf Ephemera. It is an animated ephemera which helps those fashion frame enthusiasts, and in my opinion looks pretty good. Lastly, we have the Sands of Inaros Blueprint. For 25,000 credits and 100 ducats, you can pick up a blueprint that starts the Sands of Inaros quest to get the Warframe Inaros. The quest is a must-have to progress through the game, and if you miss out on picking up this item, then unfortunately you're going to have to wait 2 weeks until it is available again, since it can only be sold by Barrow. I would recommend that you purchase this as soon as you can. Also, if you have Inaros Prime and you talk to Barrow, you have access to the secret Barrow Void Signal for 100 ducats and 25,000 credits. You complete a mission for Barracutia, and in return, you get a random reward out of the reward pool. I recommend you complete as many of these as possible. You won't get the best rewards, but you will have a chance to get some decent cosmetics. Alrighty guys, so that has been everything that Barracutia has brought for this rotation. Please let me know down below your favorite item that Barrow has brought. For me, it would have to be Primed Continuity. That 55% ability duration increase really does make a difference in everyday builds, and it is a must-have mod. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been Swim, guys. Later.